Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1971 Olivetti Lettera 32 vintage ultra portable typewriter made in Spain. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. And these were also made in Italy. The difference between the two is just the color of the shell. The Italy version is bluer and the Spain version is greener. That's the only difference between the two. Up top are the margins. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one on 85. Make sure that locks in, and this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit the slide space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch forward. It skips 2. One more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. I was actually able to type all the keys on the keyboard on one line because this has Elite Typeface, which prints 12 characters per inch. A bit smaller than Pica, which is the typical standard, which prints 10, so this is a little bit smaller. So on this next line, I'm going to type a sentence in red. To switch from black to red, there's a switch on the right side here. Flip that all the way down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle on the white indicator, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Absolutely beautiful. One of the best typewriters of all time, and in my opinion, the most modern style typewriter. It feels like you're typing on a keyboard computer. The print looks really good, perfect print. And this is the upgrade from the Olivetti Lettera 22, which won awards, of which is the best technology of the last century. So this is an upgrade from that. Just absolutely beautiful typewriter. It's an ultra portable, very easy, compact to move around, sexy and smooth and light touch. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that down before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. Shift on each side, a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Tab on the right side. This has a keyboard tab set. And I have them set right now on 10 space intervals. So I'm just going to go through and clear each one of those by pushing this lever on the left side down to the C. There's a C and an S. C for clear, S for set. But I'm just going to clear all of these real quick. You barely have to touch it. It's very light touch on everything on this thing. So now when I hit the tab button, it goes all the way to the end, doesn't stop anywhere, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. So just flip that up and it sets a tab at that spot. You can set as many tabs as you want on this model. I'm going to put the color back up to print black. And backspace above the tab, very smooth. And this blank button is not supposed to be a one key. That is the margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release button. It does allow you to go all the way to the end. So for most typewriters traditionally, the one key would be the lowercase L, and the exclamation point would be the shift 8, which is an apostrophe. Then you backspace and do a period, and that gives you an exclamation point. The hood pops open from the front like that, and it hooks in from the back. It's got a spring that locks it in from the front. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right. Clockwise, if you want to switch the direction, behind either spool, you just flip it to the opposite side, and it will pull to the other side. It does have an automatic reverse when it gets to the end if your ribbon has eyelets, which are the little metal piece on the end. And what it does is it automatically will just shift these little things in the back, these little ribbon guides, and shift the direction. So this will be pulling back and forth when it gets to the end indefinitely until the ink dries up. This hooks in from the back first and then pops down from the front. On the right side, you got your carriage release. You got carriage release on both sides. This is your carriage lock, so that was accidentally triggered when you opened the hood there. And you just lift it up to unlock it. Happens all the time, so if you have any issues with your carriage locking, just make sure you know where that is so you can unlock it easily. Carriage release on the left. Very good. And the difference between this and the 22 is the 22 rides on a rail. This has the bearings, so it's a much different carriage um, ride the way it rides. And if you flip this switch to the 0 all the way back, this is your line space selector. If you flip it all the way to the 0, it disables the spacing when you turn the knob so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it forward to the 1, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. And the same concept, if you push in this button here, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.